Hello lovelies and welcome to a process video for today. So this is a mixed media 12 by 12 layout, and this is for my Flutterby designs post for today that went up on Instagram. So I will link to that in the description below so you can go check out all the cool stuff over there. But yeah, so I'm using an older bits and pieces from Flutterby Designs. So this is the Too Cool for School set, and these are the Everyday Etc. cards. So I have some random bits and pieces in my stash from past collections that I've picked up along the way. And I thought this set would be good, obviously, to document these pictures of Will's first day of school. Now, with the Everyday Etc. cards, I love cutting them up and using them as elements on my page. So you could definitely use them as pocket page cards, but there are some really cool titles and things, and just Anita makes fantastic products. And her cards, she designs them herself, and they're just fabulous. And yeah, so I tend to cut them up a lot and use them as titles or embellishments on my pages. And that's what I do today. So what I've done first is, of course, my customary messy mixed media background. I actually really like this one. So I started with some blue paint from my Flutter Colour paint, and that is because I'm picking up the blue on Will's school shirt. And what I did was I went through the cards first before I decided what colour to use, because I was hoping to draw the colour from the card as well. And that is why I have chosen the turquoise card to map my photos. Now I have two photos. The first photo is before he left for school, which is why he looks lovely and happy. And it says first day of year 2. And then when they both got home from school, because they started school on the same day, I did up another board that said my favourite thing about my first day 2020. Cooper's was the sandpit, and I'll have to scrap Cooper's photos later. But Will is not a fan of school. So when I asked him these questions, what was your favourite part about today? He's like, So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write that. And I just write meh or something like that. I can't remember what it was, just or So, and then when I told him to hold it so I could take a picture, this is the pose he pulled. And it was just perfect. So I was very excited with these two photos because it's just such a contrast of, it's just so him. So I wanted to scrap both of these photos together, not only because it's the start of the day, the end of the day, but also just because he's just a character and I just love it. So I have stuck them together because the one where it's the end of the day, I sort of put that on a bit of an angle and a bit skew-if because, look at the way he's shrugging. And then the first photo where he's nice and crisp and all clean and ready for school is nicely cut and bordered. And so I just really wanted to highlight the differences in those photos with my positioning. And then I'm just using a filler card in my background as a bit of a layer. And I've just chosen a white one because that would really pop on that blue. So what I did with my blue was I put my paint down and then I used a palette knife and just scraped it in a few areas. Then with the paint I made some more paint up. And I used a really, really wet mop brush, which is why my splatters are so wet and droopy and juicy. And I thought it was a bit of a fail, but it turned out really good. I really liked the way it worked. So I went with that, and then I added some white splatters on top because I find when I use the Flutterby Designs, I like to go really messy, really grungy, really mixed media, really messy. And then before I stuck everything down, I thought I wanted something in the background, and I remembered I have this brand new letter jumble stencil that I got, and it just works perfectly because, I don't know, letters, school, I just thought it went. So I used that with a gunmetal grey colour just to give me some more texture in my background. And then I have stuck my photo layers on top of that. And I just love this background. As I usually do, I don't tend to embellish much when I do a very busy mixed media background. I love the background to be the thing you notice most, or the photos. So I don't like to cover up my background, which is why all I really did on this was cut up that Everyday Etc. card, cut it out. So it says too cool. What does it say? Too cool for school? Yeah. And I've just cut that up and added some foam adhesive, tucked it in, put it in my little corner. That's my title and my embellishing all in one. And I kept it very simple on purpose because there's so much going on in this layout thanks to the background that I can keep it very minimal and it still looks very effective. So yeah, adding a doodly border just to rein it all in, and that's it for this layout. It was a really quick layout. The majority of this was drying time. So when I cut all that out, it was a very quick layout. But thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Bye for now.